up, guys? We're back here again, and we are with the Eclipse again. So I gotta pull this motor out and have it sent off and everything, and have all this stuff fixed. But it's gonna be no biggie. It'll just be a small process. But we decided we're actually still gonna get this car prepped and ready for its new paint. So I'm gonna be taking all these accessory parts off, the trim and all that, and we're gonna get this car ready to be prepped, and then we can get a fresh paint job. And this, when the motor comes out, probably in another video or so, we're gonna repaint this entire engine bay and have it coated, clear coated, so it'll actually look nice and not get tore up as bad as that is. Anyways, let's get to pulling stuff off this car again. Alright, in order to get this car prepped, we're going to have to pull the door handles, the headlights, and the taillights out of the car. And we'll also have to pull the wing off, and then we'll have to mask off all the trim around the glass. But my door trim won't come off because the bolt's behind the window, and my window does not work. So I'm going to be leaving the trim on, and I'm just going to mask over it, and there should be enough room between the trim and the body to where we can still get paint underneath it. So if you can take it off, take it off. If you can't, it's alright. You can mask over it and it should be alright. So I ran into a small issue. So I have the battery out of this car, but the window's still down, and I need to roll the window up in order to get the door handle out because the bolt's right behind the window. But I can't hook the battery up because if I do that, I gotta turn the switch over and it will purge the fuel and everything. All that's open right now. So I'm gonna do a little old trick. So you want to get two wires with the tips of them stripped off, top and bottom. It doesn't really matter which size wire. You to get like a battery or something like this, something that has a little bit of voltage to put out, and we're gonna hook it to the plug that's down there where it plugs into the regulator, and we should be able to roll the window up that way. Let me show y'all. Take the two wires and you'll put it on each side, and then you'll hook it up to the plug. One way. All the way up. There we go. That's how you raise your window. Whew. Okay, guys. It's been a good couple of days. We kind of got froze out because we had that really cold weather come in. So we haven't been able to do anything in the shop. And everything's been frozen and all that because we don't really have heat in here. We're about to start prepping this car. I done got all the windows masked off and everything. There's plastic on the engine bay, and the trim's all masked off and taken off, and the wheels, I ain't worried about the wheels right now. We're gonna get this car sanded down, then we're gonna have some primer laid on it, and we're gonna get rid of these craters. Yeah, these craters we have in here. See it? The rippled plastic. We're gonna fix that. Same thing with the bumper. We're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna delete this peace sign this time, and we're gonna get rid of that. That was a funny thing. It didn't really come out how we thought it was gonna come out either, too. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna get ready to prep this car. We're gonna lay some primer on her. Alright, I'm using 180 on a DA because we're gonna be priming this car, and we want the primer to be able to bond to the paint when we go to lay it down. And the reason you see me dig a bare metal line down the car is because I'm trying to dig out an old pinstriping that got stuck there from, I guess, the factory. I don't know if these cars ever came with them from factory, but I'm trying to get rid of it because the other side doesn't have one, and it looks kind of tacky when it's only on one side and it's underneath the paint. So I'm gonna get that dug out, and then we're gonna start on the back bumper, and we're gonna try to lay primer and fill in the grooves where the ripples are in the bumper, and we're gonna cover up the peace sign also. But yeah, another note, normally you want to mask off your windows
and trim. But this actually still has primer on it from the last time we did this. And I gotta store my trim again because it got screwed up over time. So I don't mind respraying that in the engine bay. When the motor comes out, it's getting a new paint job too in there. And it's gonna be done properly in there. So yeah, everything I'm not worried about because I'm gonna fix it all. So there was another storm, and it's been a couple of days since we've primered the car. I haven't been able to touch any of the paint because it's still wet and moisture from the storm, and we had a leak in the shop, so I haven't really been able to touch the body of the car. But I decided to go ahead and pull the motor, so we're going to start tearing all the stuff off and get the motor out of the car. Alright, so now we gotta jack the car up and take the wheels off, and we gotta pull the suspension apart so we can pull our axles out, so we can lift the motor out, because you can't take the motor out unless you pull the axles, because they'll get stuck on the subframe and all that. So we gotta pull those out. Okay, so we got the axle out, and we're going to try to pull off a little trick. We don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm going to drop this little cross member piece on both these motor mounts, and we're going to lower the motor down, and we're going to pull it to the side and see if we can pull that axle out, since that one's so short over there. So we're going to try to cheat the system. Try to, but if not, we'll just have to do this other side. So why not? Alright, so we're getting ready to lift up the block here in a minute. We're just going to use ratchet straps. You can really use anything as long as it's sturdy, like seat belts, thick straps, or something like that, or like what we're using. This can hold 1,000 pounds, and obviously that block is not 1,000 pounds. Or you can use chains. We're going to use chains, but we lost our chains. So we're just going to use this ratchet strap, and we're going to bolt these, and we're going to try to lower the motor. Alright, we got the motor out. It's good, safe and sound. Next video, we're going to tear this down. I should have this on the engine stand. And we're going to tear down the block. I'm going to show you how to completely disassemble your crankshaft and your pistons. And I'm going to show you all what went wrong in here too. And also, the oil pan gasket was blown out also. Like, there's oil everywhere. So yeah, I guess I thought it was good when I had it. I guess not. And plus, if you blow a head gasket, it's going to screw up a lot of things. But yeah, we got it out of here. We will be refreshing this engine bay also because we have messed it up.
Yeah, it's not nice anymore.
Yeah, no, it used to be nice, dog. But not anymore.
This is the same car you've been YouTubing?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm weak. Dude, it literally looks like it did last year.
2026.
2026. Yep. We got 4 more rebuilds on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just tossing some sand down. Because the transmission fluid that I put in there, I mean, it looks red on the camera, but it's actually like very pink. But I know it was red when I put it in there, so I don't know what that's about. It was real watery when it came out, so I don't know. And also, we might take a look at that trans while we pull it off too, just to make sure. I think it's fine, but I don't know. There's something weird about it. Then of course, we got some stuff to replace there. And we'll pretty up all that. Yeah, but anyways guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. Y'all can go use the bathroom now. And we'll see ya.